What's going on, guys? Welcome back to some more Lorwyn Eclipsed standard content here on the channel, and today we're going to be taking a look at some elementals. Now, you may have seen this elementals deck pop up at the Pro Tour, top-aided in the hands of Eduardo Sajgalik, and this deck is mostly what was going on at the Pro Tour. Now, in terms of the metagame positioning of elementals, it's kind of a little strange right now, where I think that the elementals deck had a much better success rate at the Pro Tour due to the fact that there were so many Cub decks. And given the fact that the metagame has evolved and adapted so much since the Pro Tour, and mostly since the pre-Pro Tour metagame, and now we're sort of, realizing the changes of that metagame, and it almost feels like we're kind of cycling back to before the Pro Tour, when Cub is a lot more popular, because if you haven't seen the Arena Championship data, Mono Green Landfall was the most played deck, so I do expect the Cubs to be out in full force this weekend at the Regional Championship in Milwaukee, which unfortunately I'm not attending. But the reason I wanted to play a little bit with this Elementals deck is for two reasons. One, because I think it's a good choice as we kind of gravitate more back towards Badgermole Cub decks, and two, because I really don't think we've actually found the best list yet. There's so many different versions when you're playing all of these elementals. There's a lot of different card choices you can make in terms of your interaction and what you actually want to play in the middle of the curve. So the base of the deck is essentially the same. 4 copies of Ashling Rekindled, 4 copies of Flame Braider, and 12 of the Evoke Elementals. This sort of forms the backbone of your core. You use your 2-drops to accelerate your mana into your powerful Evoke plays, which are powerful when you evoke them because, well, they allow you to interact in some meaningful ways. Vibrance kills a creature, Deceit can thought tease your opponent, Wistfulness can kill an artifact or enchantment, but once you're at the stage where you can start hardcasting them, which you can do a little bit faster with both Ashling and Flame Braider, then you actually get into the mid stage of the game where you start taking full advantage of the amount of 2-for-1s that you have. And on top of that, your 2-for-1s now can become 4-for-1s if you have a copy of Roaming Throne. You'll notice that I only have 3 copies of Throne. It's not just because of the price tag, but I did want to kind of lower the price of the deck a little bit. But the reality is, I really wanted to try and make room for a couple of copies of Kavero, aka Superior Spider-Man. The issue that I've always had with Kavero is the mana base, right? Typically, when you're playing cards like Cavern of Souls, Secluded Courtyard, and Eclipsed Realms, which you'll see not featured in this mana base, you almost always have to name Elemental, which can make it very, very difficult for you to actually cast a card like Kavero in the first place. But if you have a copy of Ashling, you can use that to make blue or black mana, whichever color you don't have, and then presumably one of your other starting town or shock lands can cast the Kavero. And for those of you who don't know, they work very well with the Elementals, because whatever mana you spend to cast the Kavero, if you have it enter the battlefield as a copy of any of these elementals, it will check when it comes into play. So even with something like Vibrance, if you pay red, blue, black, when it comes into play, you still get to deal 3 damage to something. And then the other part of this deck is the interaction, which at the Pro Tour, at the top 8 deck list from Eduardo Sajgalik had 4 bounce-offs, and that was it. I did kind of want an extra copy of 1-mana interaction. I've decided to split with bounce-off and burst lightning. I actually saw a list from Young Dingo, who's thankfully been getting a little bit more into standard, and I think his list had 6 1-mana interactive spells, and he had 4 burst lightning and 2 bounce-off. I still do like to lean a little bit more on bounce-off, because there are a lot of situations where you bounce off your own evoke elemental after evoking it with the trigger on the stack to then sort of get another go at the apple. And if you have Roaming Throne in play, you get some very, very powerful, like evoke Vibrance, deal 6, pick up your Vibrance, replay it, deal 6 more, so on and so forth. And then the last thing that two more things I want to mention, less copies of Sunderflock. Even though I think there's an uptick in Badgermole Cubs, which if you do expect that to be the case, maybe there should be a 3rd flock in the main. I've decided to put that in the board for now. And then the other thing I wanted to bring up is the decision to play Stock Up or Winter Night Stories. The PT list had 4 copies of Winter Night Stories. Again, the list that I'm referencing from Dingo had 4 Stock Ups. I wanted to try and do a split of Stock Up and Riddler. The reason that I wanted to try a copy of Riddler over an extra 3-mana card draw spell is you can actually cast Riddler off of your Ashling mana, So if you have Ashling, you flip that, make mana, you can use that mana to play Riddler. You can't use that mana for Stock Up or Winter Night Stories. And then as far as the mana base is concerned, I think the requirements are you need to play at least 8 of these. Maybe you could get away with 7, but I think 8 total of the type lands, and I'm choosing to play Courtyard over Realms because of Kavero. Sometimes Rare instances you do want to name Spider with Secluded Courtyard, couple of shock lands to help support the Caveros, 4 starting towns, and then the utility lands to search up with Vibrance, which is Quarry Mountain Monastery, and I think the biggest reason to splash black, which is Restless Reef, to make you a little bit better against the Doomsday decks. And then moving on to the sideboard, mostly what you would expect here, some Graveyard Hate, some Counterspells, some Sweepers. I do want to highlight the 2 copies of Oko, which maybe not the easiest card to cast because it is not a creature and you need green mana from an actual land to be able to flip it, which you have some sources of. There's 4 towns and a breeding pool, but the payoff is very, very powerful because you do get a threat. You know, you play this card against control, +2, next turn, flip it, make 2 Elks, and it really allows you to kind of grind through all of their removal spells. 1 copy of Yigra, which is an elemental and is very hard for control to kill. 1 Catharsis, because you kind of want this against the mirror match to go over the top with haste and control decks, where you just cast this for 6 mana and present your opponent 8 hasty power, which is pretty good. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So trying a little bit of different slight variations on the elementals decks to try and figure out which one of these is the best. Again, I really don't think we found the best version yet, so let's go ahead and see if we can do that. And I'll see you back here in just a little bit for the first match. It's almost mill. Oh, dude. People have been going crazy over that mill spell with Ninja. The Ninja mill spell. I still don't know. I'm not going to say that it's bad, but I'm also not going to say that it's good. You know? I'll say this. I'm not convinced yet. You're going to have to convince me a little bit harder on that one. Yeah, there's the Ninjutsu Wheel of Fortune, too. I wonder if you can play that in Standard, the mill spell. Like, I wonder if you can do the mill spell with, what's the artifact? You know the artifact? The monument? Yeah, River Churn. I wonder if that's a deck. Is that a thing? Just like River Churn Monument plus the Ninjutsu mill spell? It might be, honestly. Mike already put one together, of course. You know what? That is a really good early access deck. Very, very good early access deck. Oh, the Water Crystal too? I'm in. You son of a bitch, I'm in. Blue, blue, green, green. So I can play this one, right? You can make your Dimir mid-range deck slower and worse if you want. I mean, it's just different. See, you see Dimir mid-range. I see Dimir Splinter Twin. We are not the same. Big difference. I didn't like that. Good news is they only have 1 card left. So this might still be winnable. Oh, they're just dead. They're extremely dead. Very mega super ultra dead. Two mana deal 6 is pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like a lot of people ask me why Roaming Throne is good, and I think that is a good example of why Roaming Throne is good. You know? It just like, when you get into the situations where you have to start evoking your elementals, it just makes that proposition so much better, you know? Yeah, there's your reason. Like, if you told me you didn't want to purchase Roaming Thrones, I get it. You know? Like, the card is like $70. So, as far as that is concerned, like, I get it, but do I want anything against their deck? Right, exactly. Yeah, there's no 1 mana card that kills Roaming Throne, so they always have to spend 4 mana to kill it. just get the uncommon, no one interacts with you anyways. That's not true at all. Yeah, there's 70 now. I mean, they were 50 for a while, mostly because of Commander. And then after the PT, they shut up to 70. All right, what do I want against Rakdos Monument? Maybe lanterns for like Bloodghasts and Flamewake Phoenixes, but I don't want a lot of lanterns. I can probably swap one of my off-color shocklands for the pit. Something like this, maybe. I think 2 flock is the right number. Maybe trim a Cavero for a second lantern. Like that, maybe? I don't know. Stream title idea, I'm tweaking in Standard. That could be interpreted in a multitude of different ways. Which I think maybe is the point of that being in the title, right? See, potentially could be a good roaming throne hand. It would need 2 more lands, though. I'm going to ship this. Alright, I'm okay with that. This one, I am okay with. I guess with this hand, I'd rather have Breeding Pool in play. Stream title, Standard got me tweaking. I don't know about that one. Okay. It's not going great. They only got 1 card in hand, but... Okay, now it's going a little bit better. So... let's do that. Maybe I should just kill the Moonshadow immediately? That might have been loose. Oh, I couldn't, because I played Breeding Pool first. So I actually couldn't do that. This is bad. Well. Chat? I need help. 5, 3, 6, I go to 1. I'm just dead. I think I'm literally just dead. Kill the Mako? That sounds bad. I guess if I kill the Mako, I can rip Deceit. Right, go to 6. Oh, no, this kills me! Right, because this gets a counter. F. So I had the... what do I have to do? Wistfulness, the Bloodthorn Flail? Right? Yeah, Wistfulness, the Bloodthorn Flail. Oh, then I still die, don't I? I think I still take lethal even if I do that. Pretty sure. Maybe I need this bounce off. I'm not going to play these stupid lanterns. I just don't think they interact with the graveyard that much. Give me the other flock, maybe. On the play, it's a little bit faster. Yeah, it's like, maybe I could have had 1 more draw step there. I think it's worth shocking here. Again, unfortunately, they have the kill spell draw. I do need to hit my land drop, though, so I need to deploy Ashling here. And I think discard Deceit, because I'm the furthest away from casting that. Yeah, I agree. I don't think I care that much about Bloodghast and the Phoenix. I think I can mostly ignore those cards. Especially because once I start doing the elemental stuff, I kind of just go over the top of that. Like I just don't even, you know. that stuff just kind of doesn't matter. Should I save this? I kind of don't hate it. It's a little weird, but I don't have land 5. You know? If I let it die. Alright, well. Now I kind of wish I had let it die. Fear of missing out. I do have a land. We have instant sorcery. Yo, get flocked. Get absolutely flocked. I'm gonna do it this way. Kill the NT. And then next turn we can flock. We'll get the pit, I guess, because they have the Phoenix. I guess I should have done this before playing my land, because then I could have played the pit this turn. I guess we can do Wistfulness instead of Flock then. Should be fine. So play this. Get rid of Phoenix. I don't think the other ones matter. Probably creatures. I do want to kill the monument though before I do anything else. Wait, could I not have used? Oh, I could. They, dude, they never want to take damage off starting down. God damn it. Arena, it's okay. You can pay 1 life. I promise you, it's gonna be okay. You can just pay 1 life every now and again. It's gonna be okay. I don't even want to attack now. I was going to attack before, but now I don't want to attack. I mean, I guess it probably doesn't matter that much, but this game does feel over. Now, are we listening to Thursday on a Tuesday? Mirror match. I guess it could be Spell Elementals, maybe. But that deck does not usually play a tap land. How does the Elemental's Mirror work? I have no idea. We're going to find out. We are about to find out how this mirror match works. I can't say I have a ton of experience in this matchup. I think my lifetime Elemental's Mirrors played is, checks notes, 0. 0. I'm okay with that. Are they bouncing? Are we bouncing it? We're not bouncing it. I mean, I'm gonna pay. Oh, I'm paying. Oh, I'm paying. Hold on 1 sec. I should do this, just in case I want to bounce the Deceit. Which I think I do, right? I think that's worth it. I mean, they have basically nothing left, so I think it's got to be worth it, right? Now it wasn't worth it. It definitely was not worth it now. All right, who's the first person to cast the vanilla 6/6? And by 6/6 I mean 5/5. Yeah, that would have been the reason to not bounce, but because I would have bounced my own Ashling if they did that. Yeah, I mean, I'm not in a great spot here. Them finding kill spell into seer kill spell. Wait, why did you do that? I guess I should have thought seized him first. God damn it. Oh my god. So how about that auto tapper, huh? How about that auto tapper? I literally just said this too. Literally just said this. Alright, I guess I'll Thoughtseize you now. Good thing I did. I think I'm dead this game, though. Because now they have Monastery, and they have mana advantage. Did I ever play a Pro Tour? I did. I've played 3 Pro Tours? 3 Pro Tours and 1 set championship. I mean, that's a good card. I don't know if it's good enough here, though. Because, again, I'm just going to get buried by this Monastery. Okay, that's bad. No, it still does. I go to all the RCQs. I go to RCQs a lot. So I'm still trying. Why is my spacebar not working? Hello? So yeah, I still go to RCQs and I try to qualify for the regional championships and whatnot. I would say for the most part, whenever there's a paper event, like locally, I try to go to it. Starting town XDD. Okay, okay. What the hell do you do in the mirror match? I guess Catharsis. Walk seems terrible. Like Oko, maybe? I'll try it, I don't know. This seems good. What's bad? Bounce off may be bad? How do you feel about that? Maybe you could argue, like... No, I don't think bounce off is where I want to be. It's, like, kind of okay against Ashling, but you have 4 Vibrants. I think this is fine. Gonna be leaving the Mana Rampers alive. Well, we have Burst Lightning for Flame Braider, but we don't really have, like, a consistent way to kill Ashling. Outside of Vibrants. Yigra? Could see it being okay. Like, there's probably some situations where it's good. I could see it. There's not, like, a ton of extra bodies that you just want to sacrifice for free. Alt art for Wistfulness is 4 ticks, regular is 22. The alt art's good. I actually have a mismatching set in paper. Mostly because I bought them at pre-release. I'm going to save the Riddler. This stinks. I don't like this. Alright, hear me out. Ready? I don't know if I'm going to make this play, but depending on their hand, I might make this play. What are those doing in there? Their hand's really good. I did not expect them to keep these in. Well, unfortunately, I can't really beat their hand. Like, what even happens here? I take Deceit. I scam my Deceit. They what? They just play Vibrance gain. Just so brutal, man. It's so brutal. I mean, I'm gonna do this. I think this is my only way to win. Which, it's not, you know, maybe not the best outs, but I'm gonna try it. Like, I'm not even sure if holding up Spider Sense for Vibrance is good. Like, they full cast Vibrance. I guess I can Spider Sense the land trigger, but then I don't have a body in play, you know? It's like... I don't know. Yeah, I can Riddler. It's gonna be a weird one for sure. Now what? I was thinking about just hardcast Wistfulness. But I could also go Shock Flamebraider, play land, and then warp the Riddler. Yeah, it's probably the line. I think play the land tapped, because I don't want to take a bunch of damage. Okay. Not great. That doesn't really help me. I'm still a little surprised they kept in the flocks. I'm at 11. 5, 9... I have to deploy Wistfulness just because if I play the Riddler, they're just going to bounce it with Flock. So we'll do this. Play this. Maybe there's a way out of this. I mean, I guess it is just a cheap flyer. Maybe it's better than I think it is. Yeah, maybe just the cheap flyer is good enough. Like I said, I haven't played this matchup enough to know like what the correct way to sideboard is, but I don't know. If you told me that keeping it in was correct, I guess I could buy it. Okay, I'm not technically dead. So I can survive by going... I guess I don't even have to play the Vibrance, do I? I can just play the Riddler and block and hope they have nothing. But I can also cast Riddler, colorless, blue, leaving up the 2 caverns, play this, and then maybe Vibrance. I guess maybe I should have Ashlinged first. Nah. Again, like I said, I could play Vibrance to gain life there, but the 2 life doesn't matter if they have a way to remove the Riddler. Right? What's the 2 life do? I'm also still dead to Vibrance, because that'd be at 3. So I don't think 2 life changes. I don't think 2 life changes that much. Still dead to Vibrance either way. Six, 7. 6, 7. This hand's gotta be bad. Okay. This is better. Do it like that. Six, seven, 6-7. What if I discarded Cavero? Honestly, fuck it, I'm in. Because they're going to kill this, for sure. Okay. Good news, I can discard the third one. I didn't really want to draw the third one. I mean, I'm pretty sure Burst Lightning and Bounce Off are both not great in this matchup, so I'll take these two. I don't know. The Grixis Reanimator. I actually uploaded a YouTube video with that deck. Maybe not the exact same version, but I think it was either yesterday's or the day before's video. Because there was a version that got posted. Excuse me. There was a version that got posted not too long ago that I think we played on Friday. Have I tried Elementals with Helga, Glarb, and Muldrotha? I haven't yet, no. Sounds kind of interesting. Not opposed to it. My thoughts easing here? I think I have to, yeah. Because I gotta take their Spider-Man. That is not what I thought I was gonna see when I thought seized them, I'll be honest with you. That's probably the last card I thought I was gonna see. The Luta. Yo, they can make their Looter a copy of Looter. Do it, you won't. That was a good draw. I will search for... Oh, the pit's in the sideboard, right? I guess should we still put them on Doomsday? I think I'm supposed to put them on Doomsday, like some weird Doomsday version with Looter. That's where you really want the Restless Reef, is against Doomsday. One, two, three, four, five, 7. So I guess it doesn't matter the color that much. One, two, three, 4. Yeah, I can do this. God, Ashling is such a sick card. Okay. Well, less sick when you draw 4 of them. Not as good when you draw 4 of them. The fact that you can spend the mana on any 4 mana spells, pretty sick though. Right, exactly. They've only showed us lands that produce black mana, so I think it makes sense to put them on Doomsday. I'll take that trade. I am in on the trade. They can't even cast the Doomsday because I have Restless Reef in play. Just having the one Reef in play is so good against them. Because they basically can just never cast it. Back and forth, the struggle consumes us. They could have counterspells. Yeah, I guess I'll do it like this. Just in case. I might find, like, other cards that I want to resolve through a counterspell off the Wistfulness. Because at this point, the only card we really care about is Cover Up. I mean, Cover Up could be kind of tough. We're at 11. So wait a minute. If I just play this and never flip, then I just have both of them the entire time, right? It would let me double loot. I don't know if that's worth it. Let's just play this. Maybe I shouldn't even play that. Because again, the only card that I'm really concerned with is Cover Up. Alright, they didn't have Cover Up. They, in fact, did not cover me up. Alright, so we're still gonna put them on Doomsday, right? I think. Yeah, so Ashling plus Roaming Throne gets kind of weird. Because Roaming Throne doubles the trigger. So it gives you the option to flip twice, but it doesn't actually work. Because Ashling says transform Ashling. So, like, if you have 2 triggers to transform it, you resolve the first one, then it transforms. You get double the trigger of whatever you're transforming into. If you go to transform again, it won't flip back. So it's like, it's really weird how it works. Is this a Yigra matchup? Could be. They don't have a ton of creatures. Is it a flock matchup? I don't know how to sideboard in this matchup. Burst bad. That's why we can't have multiple... Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they changed the legend rule a while back. What's up, Rosie? I don't know what's bad against them. I need a sideboard guide. I'm gonna try this, I think. See how that goes. That might not be right, though. It's only confusing because they decided to not put full card names in the text box. Yeah, that's fair. But also, you know, if you're looking at a card like Ashling, where it's like, this hand's not actually good, is it? No, it's pretty bad. Ashling already has a lot of words on it, so I can understand why they didn't want to put more words on it. Like, Ashling is already kind of at the point where it's like, we're kind of stretching the limitations on the text box a little bit, you know? So, like, I understand it. I respect them not putting more lines of text on that card. I think I'm supposed to hold this lantern, but that could be wrong. Six, 7. Okay, Chad, I no longer think they're playing Doomsday. I'd like to retract my previous statement. I no longer think they're playing the Day of Dooms. These lanterns are probably a lot better against whatever they're doing, whatever they're up to. Maybe they're like Doomsday, but they also have Moonshadow plus Deceit. Just to have like a little bit of an extra thing to do, you know? They got 3 in hand. I really should kill this Moonshadow. I'm gonna do that. It's a little concerning. Got 3 in hand. We can hardcast the Deceit next turn. Or not. Or we could just not do that. XDD. 3, 4, 6. So if I make black and then I pay to flip this, I still have 6 mana. So I can do this. I don't actually know if I care more about the Overlord or the Looter. Probably the Looter, but I think it's close. I definitely care more about that. Yeah, get Thoughtseize bugged. Just get absolutely Thoughtseize bugged. I guess they can make a 7/7 this way. Maybe I should have taken the Looter. Because I don't know about you guys, but I don't know how I'm killing this 7/7. Any ideas? That ain't gonna do it. Your turn? Dude, they're kind of cooking. Flock? I don't know if you know this, but Moonshadow happens to be an elemental. Flock is... I mean, I wouldn't be upset to draw Flock here, but it's not going to solve the Moonshadow problem. How about a Roaming Throne? Alright, I'll make blue. I can actually do this... Okay, so I flip this one. Choose the legendary permanent that you wish to keep. I'm going to keep this one, because I have not flipped that one yet. Oh, right, I can't flip the other one anyways, because I don't have... I only have one blue source. I see. I think I'm dead. It's not looking good. Not looking good. Yeah, you can't use Flame Braider to flip Ashling, because Flame Braider is only for activated abilities, not triggered abilities. And Ashling is a triggered ability. I mean, I could double chump block, but I just don't. I don't have any way out of this. I'm dead. Okay, now that we have a slightly better understanding of what they're up to. I mean, Catharsis is not great. They probably have too many creatures for Yigra. Pyro bad. Burst Lightning is kind of... Like, I don't know what of this interaction I want. It's tricky. Did I see the win rate data from the RC? No, I didn't see the win rate data. Did not see that one. What the hell am I cutting against them? I really don't know. I like the 4s, because they have Deceits. The Elementals are good. Maybe Sunderflock is not actually where I want to be. Because it doesn't bounce Moonshadow, and it's not great against Overlord. And then just play Bounce Off as my interactive spell. Try that. See how that goes. The pit. Into the pit. Oh, it's dead. Oh, it's dead. Maybe I'm supposed to Thoughtseize them here. I guess if I was going to Thoughtseize them, I should have done that first. Let's just hold. I maybe was supposed to do that there. Yeah, getting a little punished for not doing that, huh? Are they playing Heartless Act to take... Isn't it only 3 counters? Pay 2 mana to put 3 +1/+1 counters on your Moon Shadow? That's kind of funny. That was a really good draw. Black, black, blue. Wait, I don't even need... Yeah, there's no reason to do blue, so just do colorless. Wait, am I stupid? Don't answer that. Black. Oh, right. Right. Shit. Hmm. Yeah, about that. So, hey, you know what? I just want to make a 4/4. How about that? I mean, I might as well just make an Ashling at that point. Yeah, I'll just do that. Although I guess this line is worse if they have Spider-Man, because then they can just copy mine. I wonder if I still should have exiled my my Deceit. And then if they go for Spider-Man, I can Lantern theirs. You know what I mean? See, I knew it! I told you. I told you. I told you. Yeah, that would have been better. Even though the Spider-Man gets nothing, like I at least make it so they don't get their Deceit, you know. Have I tried Ill-Timed Explosion? I've tried a couple. Yeah, I've tried Ill-Timed. I've tried the Ashling's Command. I'm not sure if you want to play either of those. I think they're reasonable cards, but I don't know if you want to play a Sweeper in the main deck. I think I slightly prefer Ashling's Command, just because Ashling's Command is castable off of Flamebraider. I think I'm gonna do this. No, that's dumb. Green, green? Alright, check this out. Green, green. I think I like this line. Get... Where'd it go? Did I not board in the pit? Oh, come on. I discarded it? Come on, man. Why did I discard the pit? Fuck. Alright, well that makes this line a lot worse. Shouldn't discard the pit, I guess. Alright, your turn, 6-7. Do your worst. I mean, they got nothing left, it looks like. Blue. Blue, blue. I'm not getting got by the auto tapper this time. Fool me once. Shame on me. Not gonna happen again, though. He's dead. Maybe these lanterns aren't great against them. So they have a Deceit. Oh, I have a Wistfulness, yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, maybe these lanterns should just be Ghost Vacuums. Because when you get into these elemental mirrors, your lanterns don't do that much, because you're always going to have your own elementals in the graveyard. It's just like... does not feel like they accomplish all that much, you know? Just gonna start playing some 6/5s. Hope that's good enough. But can I even afford to bounce my own Wistfulness if they have a kill spell? I don't know if I can. It's gonna take way too much damage if I do that. Maybe I wasn't supposed to shock. That's not good. We need to find the throne. The throne is how you kind of break parity on these boards. So we need to find it very, very quickly. Now we probably don't even have enough time to find it. God, this is so bad. Alright, I'm at 2. Throne, maybe? How about a Soul Guide Lantern? That ain't gonna do it. That ain't gonna do it. Just having some sort of evasion is nice, because the ground kind of gets pretty clogged up with all the, you know, like 5/5s and 6/5s and stuff. So you tend to not have a ton of great attacks on the ground. So having a having a flyer to break those board stalls is nice. Dude, if you told me Tormod's Crypt was in Foundations, I'd probably believe you. Maybe I should ditch Monastery there instead of the starting town, so I have double black if the Ashling dies. They're Simic, though. They're not going to kill Ashling. Scooze. Miss Scoozy. Miss Scoozy. Miss Scoozy. I probably don't even have to do this, but I'm going to. I could probably afford to not do this. Nice to just clear the battlefield, though. Clean everything up. It is the first deck of the day, yeah. So let's go black. Decline. Yeah, do this. Deceit. Take the other Ouroboros. Can I beat Sabsunin? Can't attack or block unless it has an even number of counters on it. 0 is even. I think I can beat the Sabsunin. Maybe that's ambitious, but I'm gonna try. I'm certainly gonna try. Maybe the first person in history, but... Dreamweaver. Well, that helps. That definitely helps. Green, green, blue, blue, this. Guess what's an artifact? See ya. Well, it's not great. It's not great. Proceed. Get the wild cards for just guy control. I mean, a lot of people, I feel like people just generally have, like, a misconception about control decks. I think they're a lot easier than people give them credit for. Like, to be quite honest with you, control is not, like, super difficult. You kind of just, basically every time your opponent does something, you just counter it. You counter it or kill it. And it kind of just doesn't matter exactly what they, like, it really doesn't matter what they cast. Like, you just basically, you basically just counter, like, everything they do, you know? It's not always that simple, but for the most part, just, if your opponent puts a spell in the stack, just deal with it. You know? Just trade 1 for 1, play your stock up, trade 1 for 1, etc., etc. It's, like I said, it's not always that simple, but when you're just starting out playing control, you can certainly start with that approach. And you'll get, I'd say you'll get pretty far doing that. Just answer everything. What else do I want against Simic? I think I don't want this Riddler. Good with this. Agreed, yeah. It's honestly, it is a lot harder playing against control than it is playing the control side. I think a lot of people playing against control, they just don't sequence their spells in the proper order. Like, typically you want to play your weakest spell first, and you want to play your best spell on the turn they have 4 mana. Because you want to, the turn that they're holding up their consult is the turn that you want to make them have a counter spell, because it makes them play off curve. You know? Right, yeah. Badger, mushroom. I guess I'm just gonna bounce the forest. This is really loose if they have second Badgermole Cub, but they probably don't. I'm just doing this right now. I don't want to give them the opportunity to play a spell. Oh. Well. I mean, in that case... Wait, do I ever kill the Gene here? I think I do, right? Just let him have the cub? I feel like that's fine. The fact that bounce off hits lands is so rude. Oh, man. You ever just bounce your opponent's land for 1 mana? No, just me? The core deck is good, I'm telling you. I agree. I think the core deck is legit. Elemental. Yeah, it's demons with Furdock Core. Furdock Core is a changeling mana rock. So it's basically 3 mana rock, but it's changeling type. I don't know what I'm discarding. I guess Courtyard. I ain't bouncing their Badgermole Cub. That ain't happening. Alright, don't have a second unable to scream, please. The list that I played last week should be on the Mox field. I think it's listed on the Mox Field as Blue-Black Demons. Exclamation point Mox Field. Yeah, if you guys ever want to see any of the decks that we've played on stream before, always exclamation point Mox Field is the link. Deceit! I'm gonna counter my deceit? That's not nice. My face when I don't draw Cavernous Souls. Sedge. What's up, Vic, man? How you doing today? Yo, yo. Vivian Reed. How you guys doing today, chat? We having a good day? You guys having a fun Tuesday so far? Hanging out in the stream. Thank you all for being here, by the way. I appreciate you. Thank you for supporting the content, as always. A roid. Trying to roid my ass? You attack with the one that I could block. That was kind of weird. That was very strange. What's this thing at? 6? Vivian can kill Sunderflock, which is a little unfortunate. I'm gonna make him do it.
You'll have to do better than that.
Is the new Oko good? I mean, it's pretty good when your opponent gives you a lot of time. Like in the grindy matchups, Dimir mid-range, Azorius control. I like it a lot in those matchups. You see, the really unfortunate part about bouncing Badgermole Cub is they just get to do this. Maybe this was not a good idea. I didn't really have a good way to do this, though. Like, no matter what, they could just replay their whole hand. Speaker. I think I am in danger. I do not love the position that I am in. Just bounce it again? It doesn't. They're just going to do the same thing. I mean, I probably have to. It's not as bad this time because I can bounce off the flock. So hopefully next turn I can go Sunderflock, kill Vivian, bounce off Sunderflock, maybe cast it again, something like that.
You have your family. I have mine.
Bro, how many cubs you got? I mean, I know the answer to the question, but... How many cubs you got over there? In this house made of gold. It's a little awkward because if I bounce the Sunderflock, like when I recast it, it's still going to cost 7. Because it doesn't check itself when it goes, you know what I mean, back into my hand or whatever. So they searched for Craterhoof. I don't like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. This. Oh, I also can't attack the Vivian and then flock. Because I have to use the Ashling mana? Oh, this is bad. Shit. Right. Yeah, because if I go to combat, I lose the 2 mana. And then I won't have enough to go bounce off Sunderflock, replay it. 3, 4, 5. So we have to do this. That's pretty lucky. Take these two. Name human. Whoop. Now we're chilling. And we can go end of turn, bounce this flock, and then replay it again. Get flocked. Just get absolutely flocked on. Man, this... I feel like I've said this more than once, but this Sunderflock card is pretty good. It's a pretty good one. Go face there. I would have 10 next turn. I guess the reason I didn't want to go face is they can block the Ashling. So even if I put them to 10, they block... Oh, but then I have Vibrance to kill. Maybe you're right. I kind of don't think it matters, because whatever board they make this turn, I'm just going to flock again. You know, but maybe you're right. I think ultimately it doesn't actually matter. Because, like, I just don't know how they can beat another flock here. Because they have to make a big battlefield here, no matter what. The question is, do they put 3 Cubs into play? -3. And it was at 2 loyalty, so I didn't have to kill Vivian there. I could have let them have the Vivian for one more turn. I just, like, what can they even do this turn? They can play 2 Cubs. I don't think that's good enough. I think they have left the building. I think our opponent's out of here. Yeah, it's just not clear how much the Vivian matters, given that I just have, you know, I have 10 damage plus the Vibrance in hand. They just let Arena decide for them. Red. I guess I'll flip if you're gonna let me keep playing. I'll flip. Oh wait, did I have lethal if I just went Vibrance, bounce off Vibrance? I think I did. Yeah, I definitely did. You know, can't win them all. I am just prolonging the game for no reason. I could have killed them there. Is that BM? Advanced BM? Yeah, the lines where you get to go evoke Vibrance and then bounce it, those are pretty sweet. I believe our opponent has left the building. Do I know how big the TMNT set is? I don't know. It's cowabunga big. I know that's probably not the answer you were looking for, but wasn't it one of those sets that was initially supposed to be a small set?